Look at this Lil Torquey Pistons party we got going on right now. We have a custom hauler back there. We have a factory custom pickup truck. We have the Motor Speedway of the South, Ralph Carlow infected with zinc pest. We have a custom crew chief for the Cars 3 version of Ralph Carlow. We got a little sneaky Eric Breaker back there. And of course, the spotlight of today's video, the Thailand variant, the brand new Thailand variant of Ralph Carlow. Of course, the Lil Torquey Pistons stock car from the first Cars movie. There are a lot of changes between this and the Chinese counterpart, so I can't wait to get into it with you guys. But yeah, welcome back to another video. This makes me want to do like a team Lil Torquey Pistons video, but I have some other Piston Cup team videos planned to do first. But yeah, this guy is in a couple of the first few cases of the 2022 Disney Cars Diecast mainline. I did case A. I'll leave the link for that in the description below and card suggestion pop-up in the top right hand corner. You can probably find this guy at your local Target or Walmart if you look hard enough. I've seen quite a few actually myself, so hopefully you can too if you'd like. He's not one of the most popular cars from these first few cases. It definitely seems like Miles Axelrod is the most popular. But anyways, yeah, you could see his nice little card art there, which they've been using for a while. I think he got released in 2017 before Cars 3. I think that was his last release. And then before that, it was like 2013 in the Radiator Springs Classic line. Kind of a weird character to put in the Radiator Springs Classic line, but yep, he sure was. Of course, Ralph Carlow, Mattel. On the back here, as seen in Cars, that is correct. Matthew True Blumicrew, Hall Ingas. Now, he is obviously now made in Thailand, but the first time he was released from Thailand was in late 2019 when the Blue Desert line first started. So I might review him, maybe not, we will see. Anyways, you have Sheriff up there, Mater, Marlon Clutches McKay, Holiday Hotshot Lane McQueen, and Darla Vanderson. All of these are in, those first few cases. I think the only one here that's not in case A is Marlon. He's in B and C. And probably D, E, F, and G, and H, because honestly, there's so much carryover in these first few cases. But I'll be right back with Ralphie all opened up. Okay, so we got him out of the package. He's looking really nice and glossy, as most Thailand releases do. I will put a couple pictures on the screen here of where he appears in Cars 1, because this is, of course, the Cars 1 version of him. And he is one of the few that made the jump to Cars 3 along with Murray Clutchburn. Who else? You have Eugene Carbureski's another one, Ponchi Wipeout, there you go. So some of the racers that actually appear in both movies via some sort of plastic surgery, I guess, because these are two very different models. But yeah, hopefully I found some good pictures there to put on the screen. It's a little tough for some of these background racers because they're so background, you know what I'm saying, that it's hard to get a good image of them. But anyway, here is the... Yes, this Ralph Carlow is very sick. Everyone, please send your condolences. He has been infected with a non-curable disease called zinc pest that causes his paint to crack and causes his body to expand. And so everyone, say a prayer or two for him. But yeah, I know I'm comparing him to this quote-unquote damaged version, but I guess it's kind of important to show that, it's what happens to these cars, and it's the one I have easiest access to in my room here. The other ones are kind of buried away. So it is what it is. It's the same type of deal. It's a Chinese Ralph Carlow. It's really all you guys need to know. Now, Thailand has a tendency to, for whatever reason, enlarge the decals on this model of Piston Cup racers. Like, for example, Rusty Cornfuel, his roof decal here, this 4, was expanded probably about by 50% or so. Like half the size of the other one added on to its original one. So you know what I'm saying? Like, and you can see here, they expanded, they enlarged the decal on the hood for Lil Torquey Pistons. And like, I don't really mind. Like, I'm not entirely sure which is more accurate, but I don't really care all that much. I think that the decal looks pretty good. Like, it looks pretty clean to me. You can see the little piston guy chilling in there with his smiley face. I think it's a little bit more defined. The black outline is a little bit more apparent than over here. The text also has a little bit more of a drop shadow than over here, and the red looks to be a little bit more red, whereas this is a little bit more orangish to me. He's obviously a darker blue as well. The expression's slightly different. A little bigger eyes, I'd say, and they're maybe moved a little bit more to the center. This is a plastic eye plate. It's not part of the main metal body. He's got red rims with light year tires, and they look pretty good. They've been doing maybe a little bit better job with the rims lately. You can see the contingency sponsors are okay. They're a little blurry, obviously, but when compared to the Chinese version, I guess it doesn't look too bad. Chinese version's on top, by the way. The 117 is not as bright and vibrant, I would say. And looking toward the back here. Again, the Piston cartoon guy, the mascot, a little bit more defined with the black outlining. But everything looks pretty similar. Looks like they also maybe enlarged the roof decal on Ralph here as well. Yeah, it looks a little bit bigger. Now this decal they tend to struggle on, like when I did my review of Floyd Mulvihill and Krusty Roeder. This decal was really blurry on both of them, but it actually looks pretty good here, and again, it's bigger, enlarged. But yeah, I'd say it looks pretty solid. Sorry for moving the camera on you guys. Yeah, text looks good. This is one of the better Thailand variants I've seen in a while, actually. Like, everything's pretty clear. Check out the back decal here. It's kind of interesting. It looks like the little is just in regular text, and then they bolded Torquey Pistons there. You can kind of tell, whereas here it's all like the same. But yeah, it's weird. That little looks to be almost the same as that little, but then they bolded Torquey Pistons. I do prefer this back, though, because the red's very pure, very vibrant. This, you can see, it's a little washed up, like on this bumper here, this little ledge. It's like they didn't fully spray the paint there. Here is his base, P45A, means he was made on the 45th week or during the 45th week of 2021 at the A factory. And then here is your Motor Speedway of the South base, so that's the 277th day of 2007 at the EA factory. So yeah, it's a pretty good variant in my opinion. They changed a few things, but they also maintained the clarity of the decals. At least in my opinion, they did that better than some of the other variants we've been reviewing lately, like Murray, Krusty, Floyd, you know, all those guys. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the review here. I do want to bring over the whole team, but actually before we do that, here are some of the other Thailand variants that use the same Piston Cup model as Ralph. So obviously you have Ruby Easy Oaks there. Now it's funny, if you guys remember, you guys should know, with the other model of Piston Cup Racer, like the longer leakless model, all of the tires like are pressed so much inward, you know, like the axle is way too short. And so the tires and the fender have like this big gap here, you can see right there. Like it's so narrow, you know what I'm saying? Complete opposite problem with this Piston Cup model, whereas the axles are too long and so the tire juts out. You know, either way, you could push it either way. And it just seems a little bit too long, you know. You can see, oh, peekaboo. And that applies to all these guys. Like you'd see, it's just a little too long on all of them. So that's a little weird. Yep, even Darren Leadfoot. Let's see about Rusty Cornfuel. Yeah, all of them have it. So very weird. I don't know why they can't get the axle size right. It's honestly a little annoying, but hopefully they can fix that in the future. But it is kind of nice. All like four of these pretty much have different expressions. Like they are kind of looking this way, but you know, Easy Idol, his eyes are a little bit more spread apart. They're bigger. Darren's are smaller. Rusty's are a little bit higher up. So I do like that they're kind of changing up the expressions a little bit, and the mouths are even a little different as well. Like Rusty's has a much more closed mouth without really any teeth showing, and these ones are growling a little bit more. So yeah, interesting stuff. Let me know, which of those do you prefer? It's a tough call for me, honestly. I think I do maybe like Ralph the most because I think he's, you know, the better variant. But if you were to ask me like overall what would be my favorite, I'd probably go with like Easy Idol or Shiny Wax because I just like their designs. But yeah, anyway, here you have your Cars 3 version of Ralph Carlow. Now this guy hasn't been released in a while. He's verging on Forlorn. It's kind of strange, actually. I would have suspected him to get re-released by now, but nope. Here's one of my new customs, a Lil Torquey Piston crew chief that matches more so the Cars 3 version of him. We have, I think this is, yeah, Eric Breaker, the next gen. Of course, you have the Chinese version of Ralph. You have the factory custom pickup truck, and then this custom hauler, which I think I did a review on a long time ago. It's like my only custom hauler not by Jim Scavenger, so it is not one of my favorites to say the least. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon for another one. Bye now.